Hi, it's Kirby Summers for the Epstein Project podcast. I did a podcast earlier today. It is September 22nd. However, and it's rare, as you know, for me to do two podcasts, but I just was able to get my hands on the new allegations against Leon Black, and I want to read them to you. Okay, so please, because I always forget, like the video and subscribe. I'm going to read the new allegations, which were actually submitted to the court on Monday, September the 20th, with Guzel Ganieva, the first woman to step forward against Leon Black, along with her lawsuit. So it's sort of like an amended complaint, and I will begin now. Um, Upon information and belief, Miss Ganieva was not the only woman who endured the specific sexual violence at the hands of Black. One woman, who has elected to be identified only as Jane Doe, was also a victim of Black, whom she met through Jeffrey Epstein. In 1999, Ms. Doe was a single mother living in New Jersey with her child and commuting into Midtown for a low-wage position as a receptionist. She had suffered some financial setbacks and was in credit card debt. Sometime in or around 2000, Miss Doe was introduced to Epstein by an acquaintance, a Ukrainian woman. The Ukrainian woman had called Miss Doe repeatedly, telling her that she needed to meet this rich man, that he could help her financially, and that she wanted to give him Miss Doe's number. She initially ignored these calls. However, Miss Doe received calls from someone named Maxwell. This woman told Miss Doe that she really should meet Epstein. He was a powerful businessman who could help her. At the time, Miss Doe was trying to create a skincare product, but she felt she needed financial help. Eventually, Miss Doe made an appointment with Maxwell to meet Epstein. She did so one day after work. When Miss Doe arrived at 9 East 71st Street, she first met with Maxwell in an office, which had a large desk and an expensive looking rug. Maxwell appeared busy and distracted, but made sure to tell Miss Doe that she was going to be introducing her to Epstein, who picks models for Victoria's Secret. This was strange to Miss Doe because although she looked much younger than her age and continued to do some modeling, she was no longer the right age to be seriously considered as a Victoria's Secret model. When Miss Doe met Epstein, he told her about how he makes money for rich guys and is a philanthropist. As Miss Doe thought about telling Epstein of her skincare product, Epstein said, I am a massage slut. I get 2 or 3 massages a day. Lots of women do it, and they do it very well. Epstein said that he would pay Miss Doe $300 to give him a massage in a bikini for 20 minutes. This was almost more than she earned in an entire week. Miss Doe did so, and he paid her $300. He masturbated and wanted her to perform oral sex on him, but she refused. Over the course of months, including until at least late December 2001, Miss Doe gave Epstein massages on approximately 3 to 4 occasions. Each time Epstein paid Miss Doe $300. During these encounters, Epstein tried to convince Miss Doe to perform oral sex on him. Each time Miss Doe refused. Epstein was not happy with Miss Doe, and she said she needed to do more. That was what he was requesting and from her. Miss Doe recalls being asked to go to Epstein's not long after September 11, 2001. There was She was there with a number of guests. The event stands out in her mind because Epstein made a vulgar and disgusting remark about the young models stranded in New York City after September 11. Specifically, Epstein began talking about how bad it was for foreign models who had come for Fashion Week and now could not leave. He said that the modeling agencies had stranded these women with no help and no money. Disgustingly, Epstein remarked that these girls, mostly teenagers, were in such dire financial straits that they would take $100 uh, to do something that's really very disgusting, and I can't and won't repeat it. But something that's not a normal thing. Okay, so Miss Doe also recalls that in early December 2001, she went to Miami to see the U2 Heart Tour. While there, Epstein called Miss Doe out of the blue and asked her what she was doing. Miss Doe told him that she was just hanging out. Epstein said that he was in Florida and offered to fly her back to New Jersey on his plane with him. Miss Doe did not know how Epstein even knew she was in Florida. Miss Doe told Epstein that she had a plane ticket and politely declined. Epstein was insistent that she come with him. Miss Doe refused, fearful of whether or not Epstein would actually fly her to New Jersey, or elsewhere. It was clear that Epstein was angry at Miss Doe for refusing to fly back to Florida with him. Following Miss Doe's trip to Florida, Epstein called her several times to give him a message. Oh, to give him a massage. Sorry. Miss Doe declined, knowing that Epstein needed her to do more if he was going to pay her for a massage. However, a few months later, Miss Doe was in desperate need for money and called Epstein for help. Epstein sent a messenger who hand delivered a card to Miss Doe that contained $300. The card was engraved with the words, "Compliments of Jeffrey Epstein." Miss Doe did not have to give Epstein a massage for this payment. Shortly thereafter, Epstein called Miss Doe and said that he was going to introduce her to someone else that might be able to help her. Epstein did not provide a name, and she did not ask. Miss Doe agreed to come to Epstein's townhouse late one afternoon during the work week. There, Miss Doe first met Black, still not knowing his name, in the hallway near the kitchen of Epstein's townhouse. Leon Black was in a business suit. He did not introduce himself. Miss Doe and Black took the elevator up to the third floor, together with Epstein's massage room, where Miss Doe previously had given Epstein a massage while wearing a bikini. Black led the way. Once in the room, Leon Black gave Miss Doe $300, money she presumed was for a massage. Black appeared at ease, like he knew his way around the massage room and had been there before. Black took off all his clothes, which she also believed was for the massage she was supposed to give him. Immediately, it was clear that Black had plans other than Miss Doe giving him a massage while wearing a bikini. He insisted that he wanted to do something to her, and he pressured her to get on the massage table. Black was huge, over 6 feet 4 and 300 pounds. He made several vulgar and disgusting comments, including repeating something about the delicacy of kings or the delight of kings in connection with this act that he wanted to do on her. The next thing she knew, Black spun her sideways on the massage table and pushed her in a back bend over the side of the table in an incredibly painful position. Quickly, it became extremely difficult for Miss Doe to breathe. She had blood rushing to her head, and she tried to yell but was unable to. She was afraid that she would be dropped on her head. In shock, Miss Doe had not consented to this violent and aggressive sexual act. Black then it's redacted. Miss Doe was in terrible pain and had no idea what exactly he was doing to cause it. Miss Doe was not sure if Black had forced something into her that was causing her the excruciating pain. She was experiencing tearing pain. Miss Doe was in such agony that she could barely speak or breathe. She had never experienced anything like that before. At some point, while she remained upside down, Black was finished. When Black was finished, he got dressed as if nothing happened. Miss Doe went into the bathroom in excruciating pain from the rape and in shock. She managed to get her clothes on and walk out of Epstein's home with Black. When they exited, Miss Doe realized it was now dark outside. After Black and Miss Doe walked outside, Black turned to Miss Doe and said, "I am Black." Miss Doe looked at Black with a confused look because she did not know his name previously and thought he was referring to his race. Black then said, "Black, my name is Leon Black." Miss Doe then parroted Black by saying, "My name is so and so." Black then pointed to a town car and said, "This is me." He got into the back seat of the car and drove away. Miss Doe, who had no medical insurance, was left to deal with the physical aftermath of what he had done to her. Uh, sh Her private parts were grossly swollen and torn. She used ice and also took baths in an attempt to get her private parts to heal. She used over-the-counter products to help with the pain and to keep infection because of the cuts and the tears. For several weeks, it was painful and difficult to urinate. Weeks after the violent assault, Black called Miss Doe. She was shocked because she had not given Black her phone number and assumed that Epstein must have given it to him. Black said that he wanted Miss Doe to meet him in New York City for lunch because he just wanted to talk. Miss Doe refused, but Black was persistent. She eventually agreed to meet him for lunch in a public place. They met in a restaurant located in the basement of 9 West 57th Street. Miss Doe became upset when she saw Black and started reliving the rape and the sexual assault. She became so upset that she could not eat and began crying loudly. People in the restaurant noticed and looked at the two of them. Black was visibly concerned that Miss Doe was making a scene and tried to get her to calm down. Unable to do so, Miss Doe left the restaurant. A few weeks later, Black called Miss Doe again to see if she would meet him. Black said he just wanted to talk. He told her he felt bad. Miss Doe refused. He called again. She refused again. Finally, the third time he called, Black asked Miss Doe to come meet him again, said that he just wanted to talk to her and wanted to give her something. At the time, Miss Doe was depressed and allowed herself to be convinced to see him. She said she would only meet him in a public place. They met at the restaurant located in the lobby of the St. Regis Hotel. It was a Sunday evening. The two sat down, and after a short conversation, without warning, Black simply placed an envelope in her lap. It contained $5,000. Miss Doe was shocked. Black told her that the money was to help her with her credit card debt. Unbeknownst to Doe, this was a test. Predictably, not long after the dinner, Black called Miss Doe and said, "I want to see you." Miss Doe asked why. She knew she would never allow herself to be in a position where he could physically harm her again. Miss Doe asked him if he was trying to give her more money. Taken aback, Black exclaimed, "I just gave you $5,000. Miss Doe refused to see him again. She failed his test. A few months later, Miss Doe was walking down the street when Black came walking out of an exclusive, members-only restaurant. Black recognized Miss Doe immediately and said to her, "You look great. How are you?" Miss Doe answered quickly that she was fine and kept walking. A couple of weeks after Black raped her, she confided in a friend about what happened. The friend reacted poorly and told her that if she told anyone what Black had done, no one would believe her. From then on, Miss Doe decided she would not tell her story until now. Okay, so what this reminds me of is how Ira Rickless, Leon Black's friend, Jeffrey Epstein's friend, Michelle Rickless's son, how he had me followed, how we sat down at a restaurant. In this case, it was the Plaza, to have that conversation where he was asking me to pretty much see him. So it's really, for me, it's very fascinating. And I suggest if you have not read my memoir, The Billionaire's Woman, for you to go to my website, kirbysummers.com, look at my books, look for my memoir, The Billionaire's Woman, because these guys, they have a playbook. You know, when I first heard about this lawsuit yesterday, um, it brought back all the memories of how I was entrapped as Ira Rickless's sex slave for 8 years. And I see that these guys, they pretty much they go to the same restaurants, they go to the same places, they use the same methods. It's very painful to know that they've not been stopped. However, thank goodness that Ghislaine Maxwell stepped forward and that this new woman stepped forward, because as I was saying earlier to someone, uh, when there is a pattern, we know that it's something that happens. And in this case, I see a pattern not just between what Leon Black did to both Guzel Ganieva, who was also a younger mother struggling financially, who had a child, but this woman too had a child and struggling financially. So in Leon Black's case, he seems to have, kind of like that's the kind of woman who's going to not be difficult to get. So it's not just that they have, that each one of these guys, they figure out what's the easiest prey for them to get, but the way they go about it, having a conversation in a public restaurant, in actually a nice public restaurant. The conversation I had with Ira Rickless was held at the Plaza Hotel, and then later on I would have to meet him at the St. Regis as well. Um, and then I was told that, oh, something is happening at the St. Regis and we're going to have to start meeting at the Four Seasons. Um, so I see the similar behavior, not just with the Leon Black situation and the two women who have stepped forward, but with this group of men. It's like suddenly it's out there. These are men who have believed that their money, their stature, their power, that nobody would ever believe any woman that they sexually abused. However, the times have changed. The times have changed. Okay, I'm going to end it now. And if you have any questions or comments, do me a favor, just leave them below. Once again, it's Kirby Summers for the Epstein Podcast, updating you on the Leon Black developments. Okay, thanks. Bye.